Yeah, look, as I said to the boys afterwards, I mean, I think it was around, if I can quote him, I probably won't, just in case I get him into trouble, but I reckon about 17 minutes into that first quarter, from then on it was a 6-point ball game, really. I mean, I must say we didn't start well. Probably, if, St Kilda 3-5 probably should have been more like 5-3 or even worse, but then 9 shots to us in the second quarter to their 5, so we had opportunities, we probably just didn't take them, but yeah, so when our structure was there, I think the boys are believing in each other and how and where we're trying to go, and I think the effort, I can't fault their effort all year. We've beaten Collingwood in the last quarter last week. We've beaten St Kilda, mind you, it was 2 points, and we beat St Kilda by a point this quarter, but I think the boys, their work rate and effort's there, and I said when we get the structure right, we give ourselves half a chance, but, possession-wise, 70 possessions down, I mean, I just think the boys need to spend some time together, and, because we're turning so many boys over, I can't honestly say it, at round 19 they've spent a lot of time together because there's always been 4 or 5 coming in, coming out. So it's the nature of the beast, but I've got to take my hat off to their work rate tonight, that's for sure.
How much of that wastefulness in front of goal is down to just raw skill, and how much is it in terms of the way the side's going forward into attack?
Yeah, look, I think just more fatigue and young bodies. I don't think we don't travel the boundary line like a Collingwood. I think we get it so it's high risk. And obviously high energy. So, I mean, a lot of boys missed some shots tonight that they'd normally get. And I think of 80%, I don't know what the goal kickers normally go at, but I think it's around 70 to 80%. We kicked a lot worse than that tonight, obviously, but generally speaking, I don't have an issue with our goal kicking, that's for sure.
I think that was the closest thing you guys have put together to a complete four-quarter performance.
Yeah, good question. Yeah, probably. Yeah. As I said, that first 17 minutes we're down by whatever we were, and then we lost the rest of the game by 6 points. You'd have to say that was the case.
And you probably didn't reach the highs of other games, but across the board.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to take your hat off to St Kilda. I mean, their defensive pressure and structure is really sound, and we struggled a bit with that. But again, when we're able to break free, a bit like we did in the second half against Collingwood, the boys looked exciting. And again, the exciting thing for our fans, which we've got to, when I say apologise for, but not having a win here at a night game yet at Metricon Stadium, is when the boys do get going, it is exciting. And I think it's exciting to say when we pump more games into these boys and they have more time and the chemistry gets to set with these fellas, it's going to be very exciting.
Well, is your forward setup something you're still trying to work on? It seems like you've experimented Stephen May up there. I know he came to you as a forward. I think Risker played a bit up there as well, and it looks like Cracker's a bit out of form. Is it still something you're trying to week to week, just trying to get a combination? Or?
No, structure's there, but I mean, we tinker with players. The personnel, we have to. I mean, it's, but the structure's there. I make no secret about that. Like to play 3 tall forwards so we can catch it if we get it in there. And if it doesn't, we got 3 small forwards that hopefully can pick up a ball and crumb it. Who they are, naturally it's going to change. Stephen May, he came off probably an injury. He pulled out late against the week against Richmond. So we're keen. He's obviously a powerful man and he's played forward and played really well in the seconds 2 weeks ago. So we know he can play forward. There's no issue with that. I saw him kick 4 goals, I reckon, against us in the 18s for Northern Territory. So I know he can play forward. We were probably struggling for a defender, so that's where he's been down there. But the structure's the same, just personnel changes.
How's it set up for Geelong next week, Lloyd? That was obviously pretty awesome down there at Skills Stadium today. How's it set up for next Saturday?
Oh, we just understand. I mean, it's, I think we spoke about it, 3 or 4 weeks ago. We understood how tough this month's going to be. As said, Collingwood, I think we walk away and it's still a 54-point loss, probably half a tick, but, the second half we win that or square that, I think. So that was a tick in the boys' own belief, I reckon. Again, tonight against St Kilda, bar the first 17 minutes, 6 points down, so tick that. And we go down to Skilled Stadium where no one's won for about the last 10 years. So a great opportunity and a great challenge. If the boys believe I always say if the boys believe we're halfway there. You follow it up with effort and structure where we give ourselves a good chance. We're under no illusions how tough that's going to be. And then after that, we've got Brisbane at home. So it's just a great, if anything, a mental challenge for these boys. And for this, where it's at round 19 and 20, it's just a great challenge.
The result there, win over Melbourne today, intimidate your boys at all? Getting a 186-point win over Melbourne, could that potentially instill a little bit of maybe fear or intimidate the young fellas in any way, shape?
I wouldn't have thought so. Our groups, I think they've shown already a fair bit of resilience about them. They'll dust themselves off, they'll recover mentally and physically and go down there and you know, as I said, endeavour to try and win the game. I mean, obviously what it does, that sort of result gives Geelong a fair degree of confidence, and if Chris is anything like his brother Brad, I think, you know, as I said, they'll be remembering the first half where, admittedly, we're at home. We took it to them, and I think that'll be a stern message. So we're under no illusions how tough it's going to be. But I don't think any one of our boys and any of the boys we played tonight would cower away from an opportunity to go and take on a side down there like that.
Were you happy with Rory Thompson's development?
Happy?
Yeah, you happy with the way he's going?
Oh, absolutely wrapped.
Well, he didn't come to you as he didn't play much down back the last couple of years, did he? It seemed like something this way.
Yeah, but no, it was just an idea in the seconds, and Sean Hart whacked him down to centre half back. I think in one game I went up to watch that, and he was terrific. And let's see if he can do it again. And he was 3 games I think down at centre half back was fantastic. And since he's come into our senior side, he's taken a while to get going early in games, but. When we need to bring him on at about the 15-minute mark of the first quarter each game. But since then, he's been fantastic. I think the jobs, and then tonight was get him to play on Justin Kaczynski. We don't need to see Nathan Bock play on him. We want to see Rory Thompson play on him, because if he can play on him and Harvard or even beat him, he can play on some fairly big, dangerous forwards like he has done already. So he's moving in the right direction, that's for sure.
He almost had to do that at your club, didn't he? He had a lot of tall options. He wouldn't have got to run the ruck probably. We got out 4 or 5 of them there, and up forward would probably be tough. So it was almost
I mean, in the ruck he was always probably 4 or 5, and he's more of a key forward than a ruck, a bit like Corey McKernan used to be. And then obviously forward with Sammy Day and Josh going forward and probably doing better forward than he has done probably in the ruck. That's held Rory out as well. So struggling for tall defenders, as most clubs tend to do, and he went back with a great attitude, and he hasn't missed a beat back there. I mean, his last probably month to 6 weeks has been fantastic in the seconds and certainly in the seniors.
Thank you.